Hi, my name is Cal, and I really don't have any other qualifications other than I read a lot of books this month, and I normally don't, and I wanted to make a video to talk about it. And I have never been able to make a video like this before, so I'm super excited. This is unscripted and super chill. As you can tell, I'm filming on my computer, so it's a little not the best video quality, but that's okay. My phone is out of storage, and that's the vibe. Anyway, I read 4 books this month. I'm working on a 5th, and it's a poetry book, so I probably should be able to finish it before the month is up, but I don't know. I just wanted to film the video, and yeah. So, without further ado, let's get started. The first book I read was Daisy Jones and the Six, and I also started reading this month about like midway through, and I started this book like a while ago, and I got halfway through, and then I picked it back up again, and I'm so glad I did, because this book, I feel like, is the perfect book for me. It takes place in like 70s, 80s, and it's about just like tour life, and about this band's rise to fame, and then the fall, and just like everything like that. It has a really good banter between like the 2 lead singers, and I don't want to give any spoilers, obviously, but it's also written in like oral history format, so it's very engaging. It's like reading an interview transcript, you know what I mean? And it's a really easy read, super accessible, and super fun. And I just freaking love this book so much, and it really pulled me out of a reading slump, and I'm so glad that I finished it. And I need to watch the series, because that's on Amazon Prime, and I finished this, and I've been listening to the music too. Like, I need to watch it. I need to get on that. But it's so good. Highly recommend to literally everybody, because it's just that. It's that universal, and has really good messages, and the characters are just flawed but so lovable. Miss Reed really ate that. But yeah. But yeah, like super good. Next book. The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. I freaking love this book so much. I can't even. Give me a second. I love Neil Gaiman. Like, he wrote Coraline, and Coraline was my childhood. Watched that movie way too many times. I know there's a lot of people who are like scared of that movie. And like, valid, but why? Like, it's so good. Anyway. Not gonna attack anybody, but Coraline is a masterpiece. Anyway, I knew I'd like the book, but I didn't know I'd love it this much. And it's just so beautiful. It's such a touching story about like found family, and about this kid named Nobody, and he just grows up in this graveyard, and it follows all of his adventures. He's just such a fun character, and everybody else in the graveyard is really lively too. That's really, like, they're dead but very lively. And I was literally like crying at the end of at the end of the book. Like, I was just so I'm speechless. Like, I can't even describe. And also the book has really beautiful illustrations, at least the copy I got. Let me find one of my favorites in here. Yes, chapter 2. Like, it just, the bookmark fell out. It just has like beautiful illustrations like this throughout the whole book. Yeah, the like final chapter, like, it's just so beautiful. It's the, like, obviously he's an amazing art author, and like books like these really highlight that. It's just accessible to everybody, all ages. It's a beautiful story, and it's told super freaking well. And again, I would recommend this to anybody, especially if you like spooky paranormal vibes. Like, Neil Gaiman does really good at that. And yeah, freaking amazing book. Oh, here we go. In Memorium by Alice Wynne. Where do I even freaking begin? I heard a lot about this book, and I know it's a more recent release, and this book is literally my brand. Like, sad, gay, historical love story. That hits right here. It's so good. Like, I can't even, literally, I have a thread on Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it, that is just me reacting to like almost every single chapter in this book. If you want to go look at that, my Twitter is calrwright, as well as most other social media handles. Anyway, I literally the book is about these two best friends, Henry Gaunt and Sydney Elwood, and they both go to this British boarding school together. They're really close friends, and there's like a mutual yearning, pining situation going on. Like they love each other, but they don't know it yet, and they're not planning on confessing it because they just don't think the other one likes them. And the relationship is just portrayed so well throughout the whole book, all the highs and lows and everything. And basically, World War I happens. Henry Gaunt, he enlists, and then the other one follows suit. I'm trying not to give too many spoilers. Basically, they go to war, and the book just highlights their whole relationship, a beautiful love story from beginning to end. And I just think it's very down to earth. Like, it doesn't glamorize war at all. It just tells the story from the characters' perspectives, in just such a gripping and wonderful way. And I can't believe this is a debut novel. Like, what the heck? And then I learned that she got her start writing fan fiction, and then I'm like, that makes sense. All you fan fiction girlies churn out the best stuff. It just hits so hard, and the dialogue is written so well, and I just, I feel like a broken record, like I'm repeating myself, but this is like a new favorite book. Like, honestly, my favorite book. I feel like everybody should read this, especially, you know, if you love a queer love story done super, super well. And they have a lot of moments of, like, the school newspaper, and so there's a lot of those things put in between the chapters and stuff like that. And the chapters are also super short, so it's a page turner. It really is, and it's just super engaging. And I just love the visuals. I love the way it's formatted. I love the way it's done. I love everything about this book. Alice Wynne, you can have everything I own. My soul, even. Take my voice, like Ursula. Like, just literally take everything away from me. If I had to sacrifice everything to keep reading this book and the rest of her stories that she publishes, hopefully, I would do it. Like, I love her so much, and I love this book. Literally, everybody should read this book. It's amazing. I could go on and on about that one. But the fourth and kind of final book for this is poetry. After this one, I needed a break from stories. I was like, I don't know if I can get invested in another story. I need a moment. And so we're in our poetry era for the rest of the month. And so I picked up If Not Winter, Fragments of Sappho, translated by Anne Carson. And this book is just so amazing. I say that about all of them, but, like, this is just so well done. Props to, like, any translator, but Miss Carson, you ate. Like, this is so good, and I love the way it's formatted. I love how there's, let me find a good example. Like, I love how there's Greek on, let's see. Like, there's Greek on this side, and then there's, English. English on the other. The way it's formatted really shows, like, not, like, realistically, like, she says that in the beginning of the book. It's, like, more of a stylistic thing, but it shows kind of where the paper was ripped up and, like, where the missing fragments are of her poems. And I just gotta say, these lines hit so hard, and if Miss Sappho, if her work was preserved well enough, like, it would be over for all of us. Like, no poet can compete. We all know the quote that said, "Someone will remember us, I say, even in another time." That is just, it hits. Poem 94 in this book really, really hit me hard. One quote that really got me was, "You came and I was crazy for you, and you cooled my mind that burned with longing." That. See, like, the whole book is just filled with just beauty and grace and elegance, and you just can't go wrong with Sappho. Oh, the first quote I noticed was, "You, I want to suffer in myself, I am aware of this." I love a good sad moment, honestly. I really do. Like, maybe that's a problem, but, like, she just highlights desire and love and beauty and pain so well in all of her poems, and the translation is just done beautifully. And I think if you want to, it's a very quick read, obviously, because it's literally like fragments. All the lines are super short. But if you want a really hard-hitting, quick poetry moment, pick up this book. It's so good. So those are all the books that I finished in full. I'm currently reading, let me see if I can. I'm currently reading Bluets by Maggie Nelson, and so far I freaking love it. It is so interesting, and this is another like kind of genre-bending poetry moment, and it's just really cool, especially to read someone so compelled and interested by the color blue. I know this book is really popular, and I'm glad to finally get my hands on it and be able to read it. And yeah, if I finish this before I upload the video, I'll let y'all know. If not, follow my Twitter. I'll probably let you guys know how much I like it there, or, you know, wherever, literally. Those are all the books I read / currently am reading in the month of June, and this was super fun, and I hope to keep doing videos like this. I want to keep reading, and maybe this will be more motivation for me to keep reading, because this month has just been so much better and like heightened by all of these books that I've read. Moral of the story is that these books made my life better, and that's why I think you should pick them up and read them. I'm really glad that I got to read as much as I did. That's truly a blessing. And hopefully I'll see you guys in another video. If you want more of me and content I create, I have an Instagram, CalRWrite. I have a Twitter, CalRWrite. I'll put my link tree in the bio as well. I have a poetry Instagram, CalWrite, but it's CAL and then WRITE. We love a good pun. I'm posting more often on there. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you around soon. Bye.